A world ruined by the soil of fascism, the Nazi colony have destroyed the foundations of what used to be a peaceful union. The bombs are getting louder. Who can restore this land? One explosion after another.
Send you a letter to come back home to play, but you're dismayed. This isn't your day, for the happy fun time has begun to fade. Watch as we reanimate our corpses you've abandoned and dismantled or mishandled, for we won't be skipped and swayed. Welcome, my friend, to a night in our circus world. Looking for a technician, and you're just the guy we've heard of. We're held away by worry, now we're wanting out. Can you shock us? Can you tame us? But we want your body now. Mama knows when the darkness draws our demise, when we for help, but there might be time to deny. Wanna let the curse, but you do this first. Or one of my spot, I was left behind. All this torture will unwind. I was never all that kind. If you were to rewind, then you would find it was left behind. Down the corridor, you shine your light for the last thing that you are. Through the stunning glow, we follow, we creep, we read and repeat. I can eternally eclipse to shine, so make you right. Move your hips to this beat, you can't stay on your seat, so make you right. Machine you got tonight. On a final page, she's watching you on stage.
Let's start to begin.
Hello there, everybody. Hello. How is everybody doing? You guys here on the stream? You guys, can you see me? You guys can see me, right? You guys can see me, right? Okay, really bad choice of music there. How you guys doing? So, the reason why, now bear with me a minute. It's been a long while since I've streamed on YouTube Gaming. That is very true. However, the only reason why I'm streaming on YouTube Gaming now is because this is more of an educational thing as opposed to it being just a Twitch stream, because I stream on Twitch primarily, and that is mostly for where my gameplay goes, and that's where all the stuff, because let's face it, Twitch is much better than YouTube at this point when it comes to streaming. So I figured the audience would see better if it's on YouTube Gaming as opposed to the general thing. Because also we're talking about fandoms in a lot of the sense. So plus, I do want to show you a lot of other factors as well to our channel, which can't hear you very good because of the music. That might actually be better. I don't know these levels because it's really weird. Can you hear me properly now? And is that good? Okay. Okay, it's louder. Yeah, is it good? How about the microphone now? Is it better? Should be all right now. Yeah, should be good. Anyway, yeah, so basically the reason why I'm not streaming on Twitch at the moment is because this is not exactly... Oh, frick, no, I turned off my freaking music. Alright, well, it was easy to get anyway, because all I needed to go was go on YouTube, and there we go. Great access in YouTube. There we go. Alright, we're alright. But basically, the reason why I'm on this is because this is more of an educational thing, which is talking about the fandoms and communities, etc. And, oh, wow, looks like we got a super chat. A super lovely super chat right there. Thank you very much for that. That is awesome. From GD Gershon with the $2. Hi, DAGames. Sup, how you doing, man? Okay, so, no, you cannot have shoutouts. And also the reason why slow mode is on is it prevents spam. Because we don't want spam in here. We want this to be a serious stream. This is one where we get to talk about communities and generally why we see a lot of toxic, etc. And also why... I mean, I had a load of bullet points, etc. just to get through with this because, yeah. All that grand spanking shit. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you guys are going in super fast with your chats there at the moment. What have I stumbled on? You have stumbled across a stream, my buddy. So yeah, basically, in terms of a lot of... Oh, wow. There we go. There's the super chat. JD Gershon. There you are. Why it came in...
DAGAMES.
Yeah, it decided to fucking pronounce my name as DAGAMES. But yeah, essentially, a lot of things that I see on the internet, especially in terms of communities, is, well, communities are very joyous. They're a time where people get to come together and enjoy their favorite game. However, there's a lot of toxic inside there as well. So like a lot of the things we get to speak about here are talking about how we can prevent all of this stuff, etc. And if you guys had any questions about it throughout the thing, then yeah, absolutely, I will be here for you all. Which is your favorite community? I personally don't involve myself inside communities because, again, I prefer to be diverse. I don't like to just stick to one thing. This is a prime testament, is that I like to be broader. You know, I delve into some things every now and then, but I'm not totally in the freaking loop about it. So, of course, you're going to see that in the future. Now, I see comments saying, Cuphead cringe, Five Nights at Freddy's cringe, Bendy the Ink Machine cringe. No, the games are not cringe. The games themselves are not cringe, and a lot of the community is not cringe either. However, there are still a few things in the community that are, and I'd like to talk about those specifically. So things like, you know, I mean, if everybody has heard of the site Rule 34, then, you know, that's another thing as well. Things that ruin communities. So, mostly it's down to the people, really. It's not anything to do with, like, the game, etc., because the game likes to branch out and give you guys some great stuff. But, unfortunately, it's the people inside those communities that do that stuff. So, opinions like... Oh, somebody is touching me on Twitch. But, basically... things like hate comments, things like kill yourself for liking this, or kill yourself for not liking this, or anytime a community member like myself, if I get bombarded with requests about a Cuphead song, like the one that I'm doing, and I'm going to be talking about that later on as a terms of when we want this released and why it's taking so long and why you guys should be patient, should be more patient about your things. It's a thing that has been rattling my head for a long while, is I delve into places and I constantly see videos going up about the cringe, etc. that goes around, and I'm like, well, you can't exactly destroy negativity by just calling it negativity. You've got to understand where each side is coming from, and I feel for every single side because everybody's got the term, oh, I think you suck because you don't like this game, or I think you suck because you like this game. No. Nobody sucks. In fact, it's called an opinion. Voila! You found yourself an opinion, which is basically something that you're entitled to. You're allowed to have your own opinion, and you should not judge others for that said opinion, or you should not feel judged by that specific thing. If a chemistry doesn't work, if you don't talk to this person ever again because you don't like the game, then whatever. Wasn't really a friend to begin with, but honestly, this is where the line draws, is a lot of people like to talk about this stuff on a very seriously crazy level. Do you ever feel frustrated with the requests and comments? Oh, hell yes. Hell yes, I definitely get severely bombarded with that stuff. Like, people will constantly go on their barricades of being like, Cuphead song or nothing else. Or Bendy song and nothing else. 123 Slaughter Me Street, nothing else. And it's like, I make music, and a lot of community people make music because it's a passion project. And music starts from being original in the first place. It should never be pinpointed on just the game alone. And I hate, and I'm sure you guys hate, how people like to categorize songs based on the game rather than it actually being its very own. Because it's kind of silly, really. That's what music is. Music is multi-diverse. It performs in part of a library. And for the kids, because kids don't understand this stuff, we make a song, it doesn't mean it's about the game all the time. You have to listen to songs outside of the game, you know? I like all lemons except the Undertale fandom. Well, again, it's like you don't have to like a particular game or a fandom, etc., but don't justify it just because you say, oh, because I see negatives. And my problem is, a lot of negatives do exist, but it's not just because it's in a fandom. The whole world is full of positives and negatives. You can't just pinpoint on the community, oh, because we get to see the bad parts of it, like positives and negatives. In the whole world, we have people who are peace givers, people who work for a living and also work out of freelance, and people who like to love others and take care of them, but then there's other people who like to rob banks, who like to scrounge off of government benefits and not even change their lives, all that stuff, basically. And that is a major triumph. People seem to think that, oh, because it's a community, we should condemn those that are negative and condemn those that are positive. It's like, no. You should love all, regardless of the game. If you manage to find somebody within the game, and you're able to say, oh, I don't really like the game, all this stuff, it's not really my thing, the person in that community should be free enough to say, oh, I personally like the game, but it's up to you. You don't have to like the game. I can still like you as a person. You know? That's exactly how communities form. That's how friendships are formed on the internet. And then doesn't mean you can go outside the community and you can speak to them person to person regardless of it. That's how you make friends. That's how you form communities, etc. But when you start seeing toxic, and toxic is defined subjectively, by the way. Toxic is when you get those hate comments, when you start getting severe cringe. And I use the fingers cringe because it's not totally cringe. Again, opinions are very subjective. And one thing that you need to learn is when it comes to talking about cringe, you have to understand truly what it is. It's not just you can say it's cringe and then that's the prime opinion of the whole society. You also have to learn when people say they disagree, you cannot be hated. You cannot hate. That's exactly how it is in life. Like me, I could call something like a video. I'll pull up a Bendy video or something that's been made in like Microsoft Paint or Flipper Clip or something like that, and I'll be like, oh geez, that's cringe. But that would be wrong. That would be me personally. I feel like it's cringe. That was what I would personally say, is that I think it's cringe. But anybody else who wants to go into it, you know, by all means, there you go. Hate is Smash Bits. There you are, my buddy. Hate is cringe. That is right. How you doing, guys? Wait, who is that on the Smash Bits account anyway? How you doing, man? But yeah, basically, just cringe is subjective. Opinions are subjective. And I think the whole problem within communities is that you're filled with a bunch of people who are, another fact, obsessed with games. Now, the reason why DAGames does more than just one game is because if we did fascinate ourselves on just the one game, we'd never escape. We'd never be able to do anything else other than, you know, all that stuff. It'd just be stuck to the same thing, and it's ridiculous. But, oh, Alejandro Mendez with a $5 donation. What do you have to say, man?
Music isn't just made for people, it's made for money for who made it. It makes sense for what is it, but is up for the friendship of rhythm, no mouth face.
No mouth face. I don't entirely get it. It's made for money it's made to give money for the people who made it. I mean, I personally think that passion projects shouldn't have a price tag to them. If it does help, then sweet stuff, but there you go. Samantha with the $2 Canadian.
I agree, everyone has their own opinion about stuff.
This is the whole point. Yeah, exactly. Opinions are very, very popular online. And also storming online and posting your opinion as if it is your very own. Like anything that I say right now is probably subject to being subjective. However, I know from a basis fact point, this is all from fact, that communities tend to have this awful problem where they cannot accept somebody else's opinion on the outside. They have to feel as though, oh, I'm interrogated for something that they hate. They don't like this game. Oh, I have to hate them. No, you don't have to hate them at all. In fact, that's their very own opinion, and the fact that you can stand tall with your very own opinion means that that's great. That's fascinating. Same with any community person, like... In fact, yeah, let's give Smash Bits Animations, let's give them a prime example. They make so many cartoons, they've delved into so many different places, not just Undertale, which is, you know, their prime series as has been their prime series. A lot of people know them from that series, and, you know, they've done stuff like the Hello Neighbor is realistic, and Bendy is realistic, and Smash Bros is realistic. Heck, they even made their own original cartoon. Bet none of you thought of that. No, because, well, people don't look for that stuff, and it's kind of shocking. It's why I feel as though, again, as I say, like, I put Bendy, FNAF, and Cuphead in my thumbnail because I know that's where our prime demographic hit the most. But I know just by using that, it would draw people in, but it would show which people leave out of those that only care for those games. They only care for those things and don't have time for anything else. It just proves my point. Like, a ton of people have just left because, oh, it's not actually liking the game. It's hating on it. No, again, not hating on the games. In fact, a lot of these games I genuinely love. Now, FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, is a game that I have stood away from for the longest time right now. It's like, I'd like to say 7 or 8 months, because the reason why, do you see many people talking about FNAF in our communities anymore? Not really, and that's really a good thing, because I was getting annoyed with how many times I'd get requested and demanded to do just that one thing. It's like, the better phrasing is, make more songs. Like, sure, I'll make songs, but not just specifically one game songs. It's like, make more FNAF songs. Well, what separates them from every other song? There's nothing that separates them. As such, as proven, the DAGames medley that you heard, by the way, that is actually going to be a thing. I'm going to be posting that nearer Christmas time, etc. But as a testament to it, we banded all of those songs together that many of you probably haven't heard of because it's not FNAF. We banded them all together, and see how it blended together? You could still hear it. That is the whole point of music. Music comes from something original. It's something completely original, and ergo defeats the whole point of it being in the game. I bet that shocked you, because it doesn't have FNAF in the title, but it seemed to have the melodies that we had in the game. Oh, well, there we go. You see what I mean? You hypocrites. A lot of people are hypocrites in this society. Is that like, oh, I only like songs based off of FNAF. But here's a little test that I like to do with a lot of people. I'm afraid, like, I don't care if this gets copyright claims, this stream. This is just a one-off educational video. I'm honestly doing fine in my life right now, so I can afford to do this. But just as a demonstration, I'm just going to turn off this. So I need to find the song. Here's what I like to do to a lot of people. So this song might get copyright claim, but whatever.
The world needs more love and less hate.
So, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that melody? Just that whole massive, heavy, grungy grime. What do you think of that? Was it all right? What song was that? That was cool, perfect. Badass, that was great, it was cool, nice, yeah, awesome, amazing, really good, yeah, nice. Now here's the fun part. Here is the fun part, which I love to do with everybody. That song was by Nickelback. Now what's your opinion? See what I mean? I really love doing that to a lot of my friends because they say, oh, I despise Nickelback, I don't like them, they make shitty music. Out of the blue, they've never heard that song, so I play it and they're like, oh, this is really good, this is really nice. And then I stop before the lyrics kick in and they're like, who is it? I'm like, it's Nickelback. And they immediately go, oh, and I'm like, see, you can't hate them that much. You cannot hate them that much. And that's my point. A lot of people aren't educated in the fine line of music because what the media is telling you guys. The media is putting and shoving this stuff down your throat. And it's basically why a lot of people come to my comment section and go, oh, Will, why isn't the Cuphead song being released yet? Fandroid released fucking 5 of them already in a week, etc. And JT Machinima's released theirs in like a few weeks, etc. Difference between them is that Rick here, yes. No matter how much they say they love, they only here for FNAF, Undertale, Hella Beta, Passion Project like Kings and Queens. They won't watch. Yeah, exactly. It is super annoying. I mean, we're only just kind of getting out of that, but here's the thing. A lot of community people don't speak out about this stuff. And if they do speak out about it, they only really talk about the cancerous side of it. What I want to do is understand both sides, and I want to educate my community. And I'm sure everybody else wants to as well, but this is where I take a stand. Oh, Tay. Okay, the message won't read. Said best to be open and not to stick to one thing. You can enjoy it more, but still like and Shaggy, you are thick as fuck. Tay, I'm not Shaggy. Like Zoink Scoob, like what a huge dick you got. That's my point, guys. Notice how a lot of this music you're hearing. Music comes from the melody alone. It comes from the interpretive script alone. It comes from the lyrics. It comes from the composition. It comes from the EQ and mastering. The game did fuck all to the music. The music did something to the game. It's a completely other way around. So when you listen to a song based off of what... Now, granted, not every song that you listen to by one person will be great. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Heck, mine. I still have a ton of bad songs. It's Time to Die was a terrible song, and, well, in my opinion. I Stay Determined was a bad song, in my opinion. But that's my point here. You don't have to like just one song, but be more open and broad with the people who make the content that you're interested in. So let's say you found a FNAF video. Let's say you liked the animation or you liked the Let's Play. A Let's Play is a big thing, actually. There are a bunch of my friends who are playing video games. In fact, I'm going to personally call this one out because he's been a good friend for a while and he deserves a lot more than what he's getting. Darko. Darko has been an absolute legend when it comes into, like, being part of the FNAF community, but he has been moving on and doing many other games as well. However, nobody goes for anything else that he does because it's just FNAF. And now that's not saying the community at all is cancer at all. I'm not saying that. It's just I feel as though a lot of people like to just stick onto the game rather than the personality that's putting into the game. It's a problem. And Lewis, bless him, is on his knees. He needs to have better more creative vibes, and these days creators don't have that because people just stick with one thing. Whereas, for instance, Darko has played things like in fact, a lot of you might know the Let's Play that I played, Getting Over It, the hiking rage game that I played. If you haven't, again, I suggest you watch it because, again, that shows much more diversity out of it. But Lewis has played that, and he made a really funny sketch at the beginning of it. He put as much effort into that as he does with any other thing that he does. He has a lot of fun with it. So, I mean, it's not as if he's asking so much for the whole world. I mean, he likes to make projects because, well, it's fun for him. He likes projects. But it's a shame seeing all that creative potential go to waste. Because if you liked Darko's FNAF Let's Plays, then you are definitely going to like his other games as well, because it's not the game that made his viewership, because you wouldn't be subscribed to him without the fact that he was in that window, he was speaking through that microphone, and he was saying words that you were enticed with. It's him that you came for. So why bother with just the game? You like his personality? Go check out the rest of his videos. Your bot is racist, it never reads my messages, says Tay. In fact,
your bot is racist, it never reads my messages. Phew.
It's not entirely racist, my friend. It's alright. Oh!
Sometimes, reviews of songs you release only tell about the song, but not the release date, because it's only your choice when to release it, right?
Yeah, it is. Again, like, sorry about this. I'm getting a lot of donations all at once. I'm so sorry for this. But no, I mean, I don't know.
Thanks for being awesome. Thank
you very much, Ariana Ferretta and Alejandro Mendez with the $5 and $10. Thank you very much for those. So, yeah, release dates, etc. Stop asking for them. And the reason being is, if there is a set release date on my preview videos, then stick by it. Be angry when I don't meet up with it, that's fine. But the reason why I don't put release dates in my videos now is because we don't want to be creatively stripped of time. So when we make this Cuphead lyric video, you guys may think that it's taking too long. You guys may think it's going to be taking way too long to do this stuff. You are going to know exactly how much work is going to be put into this. And this is something I actually wanted to do as well, is cut over to this. By the way, all of this is like designed so that it goes through Twitch. So if things look a little off, then I are sorry. The donators thing isn't showing up either, so that's weird. But I'm going to quickly go into Discord. I'm going to show you some of the assets that we have. So for instance, if I just open this link. So, as you can see, that's the Five Nights at Freddy's office, correct? This is just a reference image alone. This is not the actual image that's going to be in the background for one of the verses. And I'll explain why it's kind of like this later. But this is not the final image. This is actually going to be oil painted. So the Cuphead lyric video, basically, we're doing a Cuphead, you know, everybody knows we're doing the Cuphead song. But for this lyric video, we're going through individual fandoms and conquering them. This is another reason why I'm streaming this, is to show you guys that it's not just about the game, it's about the creative vibe behind it. Now this is the first verse, and this is going to be, in the traditional style of Cuphead, is going to be oil painted. So it's going to look severely professional. It's going to start looking really freaking grand and spastastic. That's the whole point of this. And this takes a long, long time to make. The oil painting that we had, it took from the 12th of November till tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow it's finished. But, okay. Well, we just got a donation there. Some come for the songs and stay for the personality, like me, a lot of people of community.
Some come for the songs and stay for the personality, like me and a lot of people in the community. Also, the Cuphead song was released yesterday.
Yeah, that's an ongoing joke. Thanks, Dan, for that. You're amazing. Thank you. Basically, that's an ongoing joke. A lot of people ask for, when's the Cuphead song coming out? And I just go, oh, that's coming out yesterday. As a joke. Because it's not yesterday at all. And it's like a trolling. But yeah, basically, it took from the 12th of November till yesterday to do just one oil painting. And we've got 2. No, we've got 3. So it's taking a long while to do that sort of stuff. And also, we've got little animations to show you as well. So we'll show this one. You see that? That is done in full frame by frame. We are taking attention to full detail in these lyric videos. These are just separate little assets to demonstrate what we're all about in this. But if you see that, that looks pretty nice. For 2D animation alone, that's pretty damn sweet. And we used, wait a minute, we used this Bonnie dude as the reference. all frame by frame. And this guy has not done frame by frame ever. So this is already amazing. So we've got the jump animation, which is, well, the static animation, which is just that. In fact, I'll loop these videos. So yeah, you can just see that. It kind of fits with the music, actually. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. There is another thing that we've done. So that's the Hello Neighbor reference. This is a Hello Neighbor reference. Again, this isn't the full image. This isn't final. But these bits here are going to be oil painted. They're all going to be oil painted. Again, stuff like that takes a while. Because the final product should look a little something like this. As a reference, by the way. Again, a reference. So you can see, this is the transparent background that's going in it. You remember the Hello Neighbor lyric video? It's going to look like this. This is the background reference, and it's going to be like a little loop that goes in the background. But you see overlaying is the reference image, which will then suddenly turn into, well, there you go. And that is a big reason why it's taking forever. Fuck's sake. Didn't need that. Anyway, yeah, it's a big, big, big reason as to why it's taking a while to do. And a lot of people don't know how long it takes to make a particular creation because all they know is being spoiled by many of the gaming musicians like Fandroid and Rocket Gaming, etc. And all these people that just shit out music constantly, when they're forgetting that there's a prime compass when it comes to this stuff. It's about the art that goes with it as well. You have to complement it. Because a lot of the songs that go out there, not many people will remember of them. They're not memorable songs because they've got no flair to them. There's nothing that really represents and stands out. That's why we do our lyric videos that way. Is because then we have something for people to remember. It complements the game. It's not only that, but when a game comes out, you don't just want to make just a random song about anything. You want to complement it. Like, so, the Bendy songs, Electro Swing, Wolfenstein 2, Metal, because fucking, it's super badass. Cuphead, traditional. I'd say, like, Swing as well. I love the passion you put into each video, is why you can get 20 million views on them. It makes your stuff stand out way more. Thanks for not shit. Dude, thanks, man. No, honestly, that really does mean a lot. And mates, I've seen the progress that you guys have been doing on your videos. You do really well, and I'm sorry you're going through a fair bit of struggle at the moment. Again, guys, this is my thing, is that a lot of my fellow peeps, a lot of my fellow creators are struggling right now because nobody really gives a shit about anything else other than the community-driven game thing. And I'll tell you this, once again, this is a big, big thing that people miss. Something from the fandom could suck. It could just fucking blow. It could be absolutely horrible. Nobody will share it. Nobody will go out there in the cataclysms and be like, hey, that's shitty. Or that's great, whatever. But the idea is, if it was good, if the project itself, despite the community, was good, then you would share it. You would share it with your friends. And then as such, they would share it along, etc. And then, what happens after that? They just forget about everything else. They just stick with what made the community best. Which is why I hear that a lot of people, they're taking what they did out of their one particular series that they do. For instance, let's say it was a FNAF series. They take the character interpretations that they did in there and just put them in an original piece. See how many people view it. It just really shows. It absolutely stinks the way people operate on this service. It's about the content itself. It's not about the game. Stop thinking so much about the game when it comes to this stuff. Okay, fine. If you found out somebody from a community, from a fandom, fair enough. That's fine. Yeah, it's like, oh, I heard your Bendy song. Brilliant. That's awesome. That's fine. But then when you're just like, oh, I didn't really listen to anything else. Like, okay. Would you mind? It's like, But if they do, they're like, I came from this, I stuck with everything else. It's like, well, there you go. That's somebody who opened themselves up. And I'm not asking them to enjoy it. I'm not asking them to go like, oh, I should have to like this stuff. I should have to. No, that's not what it's about at all. It's about at least getting the initiative to look at something else if you do like it. Thanks, Inu. Have fun, whatever you're doing, I guess. Remember when my fan base went toxic because I stopped playing Smash Bros? Oh, God, yeah, that's another thing. Tay. He was getting really big in the Smash Bros community when it came to streaming, etc., and just playing games. And once he stopped playing them, his community they just slaughtered him. It was a nightmare for hearing about it because I wasn't there at that point. But, like, Jesus Christ, that was messed up. But that's my point. I don't want to just say fan bases are bad or fan bases are good or whatever. I want to demonstrate it to give you, because I think what people miss is that actually seeing it in person. It's like a psychosis. If you just tell them bad stuff, then they'll think, oh, well, it's bad negativity, which is totally understandable. You don't want to call them out for being shitty people, which is, again, if you hear about FNAF or Roblox or Undertale or something like that, don't just immediately go, oh, that cancer. It's like, it's not really cancer, per se. It's just subjectively you don't like it. For instance, again, I will mention just the name, FNAF. I will mention how I play some fan games in my spare time. In fact, actually, I've just found out my daughter plays Minecraft. Okay? Lily Sanchez.
I love you throwing kisses.
I love you too, dude. With the $20. Thank you very much there. I believe Mexican $20? Because it says MX. But still, that means a lot. But yeah, my daughter is into Minecraft. Okay? I could easily be the worst father in the world and be like, oh, you shouldn't like Minecraft. Blah, blah, blah. No, she's 7 years old. She's allowed to like what she likes. I might not like it, per se. I don't like Minecraft. I won't play it because I've already done so. I don't like it. Well, I'm not going to condemn anybody for liking it, much as they shouldn't hate me for having an opinion based on it as well. See what I'm getting at? Honestly, I don't really mind when a song comes out or not. I kind of have other stuff to do besides constantly refresh your YouTube page. I have school, a video game to develop, a corner to cry in, etc. Exactly. That is probably one of the better opinions, really. You guys all have lives. Explore them with what you do, but don't give the incentive to creators either that you're going to sub to them because you liked one thing and you only stay for that one thing and then you go. Yeah, a lot of content creators would rather you don't subscribe at all. Like myself. If you subscribe to me because you saw the Bendy and the Ink Machine song Build Our Machine and you didn't watch anything else that we did, I would rather you have not subscribed because that gives us a severe incentive. I'd rather you have just gone off the face of the earth and just been like, see ya. What you're doing when you subscribe is you're giving somebody a reason to think, oh, that's another person that wants to watch my videos. And that's a problem with every content creator. It sucks. Medieval Junkyard, yes, I do have a daughter indeed. She just turned 7 2 days ago. It was her birthday 2 days ago. I was up there for the weekend, so sorry if I didn't have any videos out, guys. It's another reason why, yeah. You get the idea. Why is everyone so freaked out about him having a child? It's old news. Well, no, to be fair, there are still a few new people coming in, you know, and some people who've only been here since Bendy. And I don't really talk about my kid that much because, again, this is a very... I wouldn't say it's a family-friendly channel. She has watched a few of my videos, and thank God she hasn't taken after them, seriously. But this is my thing, is like I don't like to associate my kid with DAGames because it can get pretty crazy. A lot of... Thanks for letting us at Smash Fits use your song. Hey, no problem, dude. No problem. Actually, well, yeah, it's because...
Thanks for letting us at Smashfoots use your song.
I've got to stop reading the messages because they'll read it out for me. I just see them before the notification comes up, so... But yeah, it was actually Dex who, he was making the script and he's like, I don't know, maybe using the song would be cool. And I was like, fire away. Like, here's the thing. I don't mind anybody using my songs if you're using it for a creative purpose. That's a good thing. It's like, you know, if they're going to do something with it and do something marvelous, by all means, take it. It's absolutely fine. And depending on how that video does, you know, it's like, and if you come to an agreement with that said person, then any copyright that's put in place, I could just go and remove. Which I hope is that's what happened, isn't it? The claim was the claim removed. If you're in the chat, because I can't see you in the chat, was the copyright claim removed? I really want to know that because I never actually got a concrete answer. I suppose because I wasn't jabbered again, like I wasn't talked, like they didn't talk to me, but it was removed. Okay, good, sweet. That's been on my conscience for a while. I could have spoken to Dex about it, but yeah. How do you feel about reaction videos on your songs? Now, okay, reaction videos as a whole, I feel as though it's a very easy method to release video. It's very easy. It's not hard to do reaction videos. Don't think people who say it's hard to do reaction videos should say that, because it is actually a very easy form of, unless they provide some pizzazz to them, unless they provide creative stuff in their videos, and they actually have sustainable criticism, they also have a passion about them, and, you know, they do whatever they can to make it special, then yeah, it's fine. And personally, I may say, oh, I don't like certain reaction videos, but when I think of when I make a song, I like to see human reaction, because all I really get to see is text on the screen, and all I really get to see is when I go to conventions and then fans come up and say, oh, I really like this. But I like live reactions. I like to see what people think, and I like to be critiqued on all platforms, because I want to evolve. I want to get better at what I do. And I like reaction videos. I like storming through when the day of release. I'll normally give it a day, and then I'll research on Google. I'll just be like, okay, what do people think of this song? And a lot of people will say, oh, it was great. And a lot of people will say, oh, this is the reason why I thought it was bad. And I'll be like, good, I can learn from all this stuff. That's why I like human reaction the best, because you'll see it in their reactions. Sometimes you're able to tell if they're lying or not as well, so that's also a good thing. Did this just kind of turn into a Q&A? No, this was already going to be a Q&A. It's sort of, because it's talking about communities and fandoms and how we can evolve from this. And if you guys have any questions about that, that's why I'm here for another hour or so. Because afterwards, I'll be going to Twitch to do PUBG. Hey, will people be copying your Bendy song? Which one? Because I have 2 of them. What are you planning to do in the future? Because you always come up with new stuff. I don't know. I guess in the future, I'll be playing more games. Again, that DAGames medley is something that I want to do. Just more songs and more games, I guess. I don't really have anything set in stone, but you'll find out as soon as... Oh yeah, the Wolfenstein 2 song's got to be done. And another original piece that I have in mind. Will there be anything for Christmas? Yeah, the DAGames medley. Also, I'm doing Shipmas Claus. I'm bringing him back. What's your favorite indie game? Right now... It's strange, but I mean, my favorite indie game is, I guess, Bendy for now. I mean, I do like all sorts of indie games. I hate having a favorite, because then it defines that I'm part of that community. It's like, no, I favor a lot of games. Just if I had to pick one off the top of my head, then yeah, Bendy, I guess. The claim was removed. No worries. I would have been harassing you had it not. Yeah, thank God. I would have assured that you should have harassed. And also, if you guys need anything else, then I'm kind of free to do whatever, really. How long did it take you to make Build Our Machine? Took me 2 months to make Build Our Machine, but I'm the one who made Build Our Machine. It didn't take 2 months to make my song. How can you make? You weren't involved in my song unless you thought of a cover. Then sweet. Mine took 12 hours. The lyric video took 15. I usually get mixed up with which one took which. Overall, it took at least a day or 2 to do that. And normally, you'll find that the best song, and the reason why it took only 15 hours for the lyric video, again, it didn't take long to release. Reason why is because we didn't put as much effort into the lyric video as we wanted to. I just had a song, and I really liked the idea of it, and I really wanted to get it out there. And the problem was, it was my first electro swing song. Actually, I wanted Gospel of Dismay to do better, because I'd actually put a lot more work into Gospel of Dismay, because I knew how to do it. I knew how to put stuff into it, and I was like, oh, well, I've learned from my first mistake, so I can do this. But alas, Build Our Machine is still the big one, preferably because it's catchy, I think, to a lot of people. And I don't know how I do it. That's something that you have to learn from inspiration, etc. What games did you really enjoy in your childhood? What games did I enjoy? Well, Crash for one. Crash Bandicoot. Mario, Pokemon, Zelda. I was a Nintendo nut for a lot of it. But, oh no, Time Splitters. Time Splitters was a game I used to play. My uncle introduced me to Doom 3 when I was a wee lad. I was really small, and I was scared to death of it. Even though it's not necessarily the biggest compass being horror, it was more action, but still. Do you know the exact date the Cuphead song will come out? Don't hate me, I'm not rushing you. But I've already said in the stream that I don't know when it's coming out. Will you ever stream with your daughter? That could be a tough one. That could be a really tough one because, you know me, I'm a very vulgar man when it comes to my channel. And I've also gone on those sort of channels that do all the... Seen that Family Gaming TV, that channel? Not really up my alley. Again, it's kind of like teaching kids that everything is okay, even the cancerous parts are okay. And plus, I don't like to be censored. When I play a game, I will probably swear, and I don't want my kid to be exposed to that just yet. But we'll see. We'll see. Because again, like, she's not really a gamer per se. She likes Minecraft, but I wouldn't consider Minecraft a game. I'd consider it more of just a creative platform. Much like Roblox, I wouldn't picture it as a game. People make the games in that game. You suck DAGames at not sucking. Oh, I should try I should try harder. How long has the Brothers in Arms song been done? Oh, it's been done for months now. I finished it in October. I mean, the good reason why I'm liking this is because I have a little bit of time on the side to critique my own songs and be like, all right, I can do this. I can change stuff around and mix stuff. That's what makes that special, I guess. You need to play Doki Doki Literature Club. No, I watched Caleb Hiles play it, and honestly, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's so terrifying, it's so scary. Nah, it looks too cute to be scary. I looked at it, and I'm just like, this isn't scary. This is just cheesy scary. This is like weeaboo trash scary. Like, I need real scares. I need real fucking, like that Exorcist VR game that a lot of people are playing. That is something I'd like to see. You suck at sucking. That, yeah, I get it. Also, don't cap spam. It takes a dark turn. No, I've already seen it. I already know. Plus, that'd be another reason is I've already watched people play it, so I wouldn't really get the reaction. So honestly, I probably won't play it. Again, these requests, people keep saying, please make a Bendy 3 song. No.
What to get for free?
Stop. Okay. Please. Why can't you just say, keep on making cool songs, or keep on making shit songs, or stuff like that? That is, you know, stop asking for just the one game song, please. This is the reason why I made this stream, guys. It's the exact reason why I made this stream, is that it's pointing out your flaws. You have flaws, people. Well, some people, not all of you. Some of you are very nice, some of you guys, but a lot of you have a lot of flaws in your system. Again, MCV Pro, you have a flaw. You must appreciate music for it being a music medium rather than it just being about the game. Well, every one of you, I'm also not asking you to say, oh, all your songs are great. You can say that some of the songs suck. I even have opinions about that. You know, I don't think my songs are all that great, but a lot of you guys seem to think that it is. But you have flaws. Jason Gaming 84, that's you. You should do a let's play for World War II Nazi Zombies. I already streamed Nazi Zombies on Twitch. Get a Twitch account, guys. Go on Twitch. You get better notifications as well. You get to my Twitch is, in fact, I'll make a text document so it's all there and everything. I'll make it look spiffing. Make it look spiffing for you. Let me just give it a new font. There you go, I'll just put it down there. So if there's some games that I don't actually play on the channel, it's primarily because, well, I've probably played it on Twitch. So... there you go, now it's all spiffing and dandy for you. Because this is like my main dashboard that I usually have on Twitch. Your teddy is very distracting. Oh, you mean this one? This big one? It's got a hole in it. For a joke, I decided to, like, put scissors in it and just be like, "Nah." Watch this be demonetized now, seriously. There's gonna be a new link for your Discord server. I don't think there's any mods in here, to be honest.
I can rent a car now. Because you suck. You've been keeping your lip zipped about it.
Oh, there is one. Yeah, Lizzie, you're in here. Will you do anything with Bendy Chapter 3 song skit in the future? I really like the type of songs you make. How do you feel about jazz and try and pronounce my name? Queen Biotomia. Or Biotomia. Queen Biotomia actually sounds pretty cool. Or Biotomia. Whichever one. But yeah. I like jazz music, but I'm not exactly the greatest at jazz. It's one of those complicated ones. Freeform jazz, as you will. What I think about the FNAF movie? I don't know. Why is there an alcohol bottle? Where does the donation go to? Donation goes to me. You donate to me, and I can make more songs, and I can play more games, and I can upgrade my equipment and start reinforcing better content for you guys. That is a good thing. Will you make a Rick and Morty song? Nope. Your stream is lagging. Yeah, probably because I've put the resolution up so high. Don't worry about the red wine. I haven't drunk that in, like, months. I don't really drink that much. What's your opinion of the filtering of some of your songs? Filtering? I don't get it. You might have to rephrase that. I had one issue with your Flumpty song, if you won't mind hearing about it. I probably already know about it. It's the masses of EQ problems. If you've heard some of my more earlier songs, then that is essentially the problem with it. Stream is not lagging. Alright, so I think for a lot of people, because this is I am actually streaming in 2K by accident. Because I record in 2K and I stream in 1080, but I forgot to change over. So, yeah, it's streaming in 2K. So some people might have bad internet. Just downgrade the quality and you might actually get it, guys. Do you remember your original song called Crank It Loud? You're smoking in your room. Bad child, bad. Fuck it, I'm not a child. I can do whatever the fuck I want online. Screw the rules. I've got green hair and black. How often do you play the guitar? Well, I mean, I do a lot of songs with the guitar, so I mean, I only really play it when I have to record. Otherwise, I don't really do it in my spare time that much. Sometimes I will, but not that much. Coda, you bastard. Coda! Says, hey, Uncle Will, Sonic Forces rap when, please. Please, thanks. No, I'm never playing that. Never making a song for that, dude. How's your family? Family's good, dude, thanks. Family's doing really good. Do you smoke? Yes, I do. Do you play the bass in your music? No, I do not. You're the closest. Biotomia.
Hey, Uncle Will, Sonic Forces rap when, thanks.
Mia's pretty, yeah, okay, Biotomia. Cool. And good to know, maybe you should play around with Jazzbit in the future. Maybe, if I knew how to do the scalings, because Jazz has the weirdest scale structure out of them all. So, as soon as I know how to do that, then maybe. MKX Kid, how about you shut the fuck up? I'm not going to be making songs for the game. I'm going to be making songs just for the sake of making songs. Because songs, again, come from an original background. They come from just being original from the very beginning, and it complements the game. The game doesn't complement the song complements the game. Doesn't matter what game it goes in, I could have made that song and put it into something else, and it still would have fit. But because it fit into one category, there you go. Can you tell your opinion about Bendy? I like the game. I very much like it. I like the story that it's heading towards with. I like the fact that the developer is very hell-bent on keeping it very driven in the eyes of what many see as a decent or bad game. You know, any flaws, they will try their best to fix. They actually get in touch with their community. They're not over-expanding on their merchandise. They're doing it at appropriate times with the best retailers, and they're not just going for bootlegs. actually spoke to Meatly once, and the bootlegs out there that people do on eBay and Amazon, no. I actually just checked a few days ago and they're all gone. Why? Because the Meatly's on top of this. The lawyers are doing big things with it. How to ask for permission to use your videos. Use my videos. Why don't you just make your own videos? What's your favorite cartoon show? My favorite cartoon show is Adventure Time right now. Did you know in Bendy Chapter 3, when you're done finding the Butcher Gang in the room you're recording from the game, there's an axe you can take to level K. There is a place boarded up. Yeah, I know that. How long did it take to turn the final page? That took way too long. In terms of... In fact, actually, this correlates with the Build Our Machine video. So the reason why Build Our Machine was done so quickly and so fast is the song was originally just supposed to be a tie-on until the Tattletale lyric video was done. So much like the Cuphead song, we're doing a tie-on song, which is the Wolfenstein one. Do you know the band Tool?
Do you know the Tool band? I recommend it. Grinning cat face.
Tool band. Yeah, I've heard of Tool. They're cool. But yeah, okay, so much like what we're doing now, where the Cuphead song will come out later, but we're doing a Wolfenstein 2 song in the middle, is because I can work pretty fast on my lyric videos, and I don't care much about it being a super massive, amazing one, because I know there's more to come. Tattletale was in the exact same boat. Build Our Machine was supposed to be the song that just kind of didn't really do much. It was just going out there, and there we go. Tattletale was supposed to be the big thing. And we were taking so long to do that song because I was never satisfied with the melodies, so I had to rewrite the whole song 5 times over. And boom, there we go. Same with Cuphead. There's been a few times where I've had to rewrite a few things, or re-record a few things, or remaster and EQ a few things. It's just been crazy. That and the lyric video took insanely long. Not as long as the Cuphead one, but Tattletale took a long while. Because we had an idea, and then another person replicated that idea already. It was like, alright, shit, well, we want to stay unique, so we had to do all sorts of things, and then we had to make it stand out. And Build Our Machine was just supposed to be a tie-on, but Bendy actually took off, which was really weird. That was the thing that took off, and Tattletale, I mean, it did kind of take off, but nowhere near as much as Build Our Machine. Strange, because it was just based on the game, I guess. But there you go. Brothers in Arms is going to have lyrics. Well, duh. Songs have lyrics. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, the song's going to have a lyric video, and the reason why the song's taking so long is because the lyric video is putting a lot of creative work into it. I'll go back and show you the things. For those who have just joined the stream and you guys don't know, we've been talking about fandoms, communities, and role modelism. Okay, so another thing that I really wanted to talk about is role modelism. Essentially, community members actually coming out and standing up for themselves in terms of the community side of things. Now, there are many communities that have big, eyeful people at the top of their community who do not pay much attention to their community at all. In fact, they just make the content, they'll spam it like crazy, and then they'll move on with the next thing, I guess, and they won't pay care to the whole... They won't give a bar, like a standard bar, for people to go by. And as such, the community is led to go wild. And then what do you get? You get like freaking wild-ass communities like this. It's part of the reason why communities go crazy, is because there's not enough community management. There's not enough people actually going out there and educating them. More or less slamming them if they are going to do anything. And you don't want to slam people. Like, as far as I know, there's many nice people out there, but they have a few qualms in the community, and that's down to community management. So for instance, you'll see a bunch of musicians that just shit out music, that just shit out songs for that particular one. In fact, sometimes they'll do versus stuff. And it's like, no, stop it. While you may find that's alright, you're giving a bad moral compass to society. What are they supposed to think when they go to anybody else's videos and they go like, oh, well, this channel did this, why can't you do this, you creeper, you bastard? It's like, no. They need to take a stand. They need to stop being lazy. And if they're not willing to go in with their community, perhaps like sex, they should have worn protection and just not gone at all. If they're not willing to keep up with the commitment, then they should have put something on the end of it and prevented it. They shouldn't have gotten into this in the first place, you know? They shouldn't have gone into doing videos like this if they're not willing to Because then they complain. The reason why I'm like this is because they complain then. They're always like, oh, I guess, these communities, they're always so toxic and stuff. They're always like this, They complain in the background, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know why? Because you give less of a shit to mold them. You give less of a shit to educate them. So of course you're going to get backlash. Of course you're going to have people going crazy because you don't have enough community people at the top going, hey, that's silly, or hey, that's great. You know? And hey, great and sucky are all subjective. I'm not an oracle here. I'm not a god, but I at least know how to be honest with my community. I at least know how to be an artist. I at least know how to put integrity into things. And you can't just sell out for the masses. And you'll be able to identify these kind of people specifically by the way they make their content. So music, for instance, they have like 1-2 songs every week or a song every week, or they do one song and then they do a nightcore version, they do an instrumental, well, instrumental versions are the finest ones. They do 3 different covers, they do an SFM of that one song. They post too many videos of that one song. They're clearly just in it for the cash. And you don't want to be favoring those kind of people because they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about coming up to you and standing up for it. And by the way, I say all this stuff in the event that somebody does actually come forward and says, oh, I really do care about my community. How dare you? Because I really want them to fucking care. I want them to be like, well, do something about it. Do something about it and fucking pay attention to people. Show them that you love them for what you're doing. You know, there's a finer art to this. And you know, because I don't want to necessarily just blame the community. You know, the community isn't a problem here. You know, because the community's not all at fault. They don't have people to look up to. They don't have people who tell them this enough. And the community alone doesn't tell somebody enough when they suck. And don't just say, you suck. Say you suck and here's why. Give them critique. Because it sounds like a lot of these musicians, sounds like a lot of these animators, sounds like a lot of these voice actors, vloggers, streamers, they don't hear enough of criticism. And I see too many people, and I look at videos and I'm just like, they have so much more potential, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody's bringing it up. All they like to go is, oh, this is a great song. Because nobody's giving a shit about the idea that music is a platform, not just about the freaking game itself. If YouTube of your nationality is better than ours, lucky you. YouTube Italy is a community of hate, and in every video you can find at least comments like cancer. Oh, dude. You want to see Russia. Russia has some of the rudest people in the comment section. So does Americans. So do the English people. In fact, English people like to be negative all over. There are qualms and pros about every community, but you can't dabble on the negatives. Instead of jabbing at the negatives, why don't you educate them? Really? Just saying. And so, that is my adamance here, folks. You're all at fault. Community management is at fault. The community itself is at fault. The creation that goes out there, there's not enough artistic integrity out of it. There's nothing. Because people don't care for that stuff. If you're going to mold society, and you're going to stop these complaints, you need somebody to come forward and actually say, no, enough is enough. You know, I personally like to be honest. I like to go out to people and sometimes you're going to have to cope with different criticisms. You're going to have to cope with all of this shit because you're never going to be told anything. Hang on a sec. Something's popped up on my phone. Yeah, see, I appreciate the support. I also have no idea what to do. Bendy and FNAF still do fine, but this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not quitting or anything, but it's super demotivating. This is my point. This is my point. I'm just speaking to a bunch of creators right now. Well, I'm not, but I'm seeing in Discord groups that, you know, they release a song about Bendy or FNAF, and it does fine. But then they release a song about something else, and it just doesn't have that spark. And it's super demotivating for them. It's ridiculous. It's that kind of thing where I'm just kind of like, no, stop. People, you need community management. And if you need any community management, it'll be from me. I will be the one to go out there and say, hey, fuck you and fuck you and fuck you for what you're doing. Have a little more respect after this. And I just realized I contradicted my statement by I say fuck you, but then I give you critique and stuff like that. I give you all of that. But no, you need to have a more positive outlook on other people's opinions. You have to give respect where time is due. Where you create a song and you create something in a long time and you have people going out of the cataclysms, you need to have a bit more patience. You need to love each other despite the opinions that you have. You cannot go to somebody and say, oh, I hate you because you don't like the game that I play. Well, you are the thing that your dad should have probably put in your mom's mouth. I'm sorry. I'm kidding, by the way. But regardless, you're the kind of person that, no, let's not think of that. Let's think, maybe you need to open up. Maybe you need to stem up and think, yeah, he might not like my game, but he's a person. I'm sure he likes his game more than anything in the world. I'm sure he's pretty good. You know? That's a great friendship right there. Friendship is best. Friendship is the best. Oh, hi, Oreo. How you doing, dude? How's you doing? What happened to comics? Comics was a series I really enjoyed making. However, if I wanted to make it the best that I could, then I need a bigger team and bigger funding and resources. It's just something that can't really be done with the time that I have. So I need a professional team to do it, but we don't have those kind of times. And we have constraints in that. Otherwise, yeah, I would bring it back because it was a fun series. I love doing it. Out of you and CG5, which one of you thought of the song title, Can I Get an Amen? Well, we both did. I mean, mine was more so a code name. It was going to be changed because I didn't think... I thought it was too cliche. But I think Charlie stuck with it. Because he didn't really go for a code name. He just went, that's the name. That's what we're going with. But I had a code name in the event that either I find a better song title, or if somebody's already taken it, then I have time to change it. So I think Charlie took that on, and it's like, there we go. Yeah, you guys kind of get an amen. I didn't realize it until everybody started saying, oh, this guy stole your title name. It's like, well, there's a misconception, because I think it's because I posted my preview first, whereas I'd made the song a fair bit ago. He made his song a fair bit ago as well, so there was a misconception there. But ideally, there was a meme going around that he stole from me, and it's kind of become a funny thing, but not really funny these days. Because, I mean, it should be sussed out by now that he didn't steal from me, and I didn't steal from him. It was a miscommunication. What do you think about shippers? Shippers? I mean, they're allowed their own fantasies, I guess. You know, they obviously have a reason to like something. Whatever it was, not for me to judge. What do you think about groundbreaking? It's alright. Do you cuss? Oh, fuck yeah. What do you think about giraffes? I like giraffes. It's a giraffe! Stop blowing holes in my ship. That's a pun. Do you think Brothers in Arms will come out before December 7th? No. I don't think it will come out at a particular date. What about another date remake? I already did that. I already made that. Is Cuphead still alive, or are people calling it dead for an accurate reason? It's on the benchmarks. It's not doing great, it's not doing bad. It's... Overall, the game did absolutely amazing, but yeah. My dad likes your song Gospel of Dismay. Thank you very much. P.S. Quit smoking, Will. Trust me, if you knew my life right now, if I had to go through my whole life right now, you'd probably understand why I do in the first place. Have you ever heard of a game called Hollow Knight? Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I've played it. Shovel Knight, right? Wasn't it a DLC? Or am I thinking of a completely different one? If it's a completely different one, then there you go. I haven't played it. What is the best thing you can draw? Let me see. It's got to be somewhere. It should be in the D drive. Art. Well, I drew that. I drew that, if that means anything. It was a recreation of one of my dreams. Nightmare Sausage. Oh, no, I don't want to print it. I don't even have a printer. I also did a meme, which is that there was a dick move.
For free.
And also... Definitely seen a lot of ass. I remember that one as well. And I made this for some of my friends back in the day. Well, one of them still remains, but yeah. So they're okay. They're not great drawings, but there you go. I thought it was a demonic peanut. I guess you could say that, actually, but there you go. That's the artist form that I am. I'm not great at art. How do you feel when people get attacked for using as the lights go out? They shouldn't be attacked. Honestly, the song is very close to me. If they find a way to use it to represent themselves, you know what? That's fine by me. It's a free song anyway. Like, I haven't put any claims on it because, well, it's more or less non-monetary. That kind of emotion in a song doesn't really have a price to it. Shouldn't have a price to it. The price is through the emotion. Pay me, in other words, pay me through your tears. I'm kidding. No, don't do that. I had a dream of getting my organs taken out and I was calm. But why would I draw that? Well, sometimes people like to draw their dreams. I'll tell you somebody. David Firth, or Fat Pie. Salad Fingers. He created Salad Fingers and Sporsbury Toast Boy and Burnt Face Man. And has recently been really successful on his Patreon. He's been doing real wonders. He's done stuff for the BBC as well, as far as I believe. And sometimes does Waller FM. If any of you have known any of those projects, Salad Fingers and everybody like that, Fat Pie. Now you know who he is. But what you do not realize, I guess, is that he actually based a lot of those things on his dreams. He just wrote them down and there you go. You can make some great shit out of your dreams. Why are you making fandoms great again? Not necessarily making fandoms great again. I'm talking about the elements of why we want them to be great again and why nobody's doing anything about it and what can be done about it. So we went through a lot of points, basically. Not enough community management. So people like us, I personally spend enough time on the internet and going through tweets and several other things to advocate for community management. I know what I'm doing, but there's a lot of people out there who generally don't care that much. They only care for their own gain as opposed to thinking about anything else. And that's what puts people like us in danger. People who actually do care about stuff and don't like to be pressured, who like the art to come out the way it is. It makes them feel kind of shitty when they do something and they don't get the justice. So that's what we've been talking about. Another thing we've been talking about is how long things take. I think some projects take longer than others. For instance, my Cuphead song is taking really long because the lyric video is something you'll never believe happened. And we've also talked about opening your opinions to other people. You should be allowed to like something else without anybody else telling you, oh, you suck. And you should stop telling people they suck because they don't like your game. You know? Out of all your songs, which would you say is the best? Ooh. But see, that's the problem when you make songs from the passion, because then you sort of learn to love them all. I guess, I don't know, one that sticks with me all the time is Doom. Gospel of Dismay. What's another good one? I mean, Brothers in Arms is a really good one as well. I'll tell you a fun song that I like to play live is the Hello Neighbor song. That one I love playing live. Hey, well, I just wanted to comment on this vid to say thank you. You have inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, and we have to have more YouTubers like you. You speak your mind enough. Thank you, Angelina. That means a lot. I do like to, you know, put my opinion out there. You know, I don't want to jade people into this idea. And also, okay, here's another thing. I think this is one of the final subject matters that I want to talk about, which is essentially it's just revolving around starting up YouTube. What you do to start up YouTube, essentially. And a lot of people start from the bottom, and the first thing you've ever got to ask yourself when you're going on YouTube is, what's your aim? What's your aim here? And so there's many who will go like, oh, I just need more money in my pocket. Not exactly the greatest incentive. You want to try and look a little broader. So thinking about what you want to do for your channel, for instance, which is like, oh, I do this because I like making videos. I like making goofy videos. I like to make other people smile, or let other people smile, for instance. Not make, you can't force somebody to smile, but, you know, the fact that you can make people smile, you have a happy time of it, you don't really care about anything else other than just to make people smile. Well, then find a medium that you enjoy doing, And if you say it's like, oh, I want to be a Let's Play channel, great. So a thing to do about that is stay on top of your game. Some people have to start from scratch. And when you go through making videos, you don't want to get to a point where you've only released like, what, 5 or 10 videos. You've only spent a few months doing it. And then you're suddenly like, why aren't my views going up? Why isn't my this? Because you have to understand there are billions and billions of YouTube channels out there right now that take an awful lot of the retention from the entire audience. So you're not the only one trying to get views out there. And the fact that you'd come up with, why aren't my views doing well? You should never have to ask yourself that. From the very get-go, this is something you worry about when you're getting higher. This is something you worry about when people put you on a pedestal, then you want to pursue and go further. Whilst you've got enough time as you're lower, don't think about the views, and don't think about subscriber gain, don't think about burnout, don't think of all this stuff. Think about what you want to do, and then research. Research into what makes good material. For instance, a fine camera, a computer, keyboard and mouse, and all that lovely jargon. Everything that makes a computer great. And if you don't have any money right now, get a job. Save up, get allowances, do things outside to build up that momentum. I didn't get this just by sitting around and doing nothing. I put my hard work into a lot of the stuff that I do, and that hard work has turned into this. Just from the fact that you guys have been super amazing with the support, you honestly didn't have to do this. But the fact that we now are here with all of this aesthetic, not only that, this is the biggest beast of a machine I've ever owned. I've got enough monitor space to cover all places so I can make my songs and do streams and make it authentic. I've got a 4K camera so I can record professionally and zoom out or zoom in, whatever, to a 1080 ratio in Premiere so the crisp quality comes out so you guys get better quality, etc. We didn't do this just by sitting around. We did this by hard work, and you guys can have the same. You need to go and get a job. You need to just go and do it. And whatever you find is your solace in your projects, if you find Let's Plays or something you want to do, listen to what the community's going for. Search for some of the newest games. And then develop a personality. Do something that stands out. And it doesn't matter about being totally fake. I mean, some people like to be natural, like myself. I'm very natural right now. This is who I am. But some people don't. Some people just want to be like super freaking crazy. You see them in real life. You know, you see them sat by their editing station or just talking real life like, yeah, I do Let's Plays and stuff. I just play videos. You know, what do? I just get money. It's fine. Then they go and sit down at their computer and go, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna play this. And it's like, you didn't need to fucking do that, did you? If you're spontaneous in personality, that's fine. That's you. Don't fake it. Just be yourself. If you find that you have some expressive tone on you, fine. If you get angry at games, you know there's a way of creating a medium out of being angry at video games. You can still do that. That's fine. Just be yourself, basically. I am being myself. As a lot of people are being themselves, there's a lot of people who are adding enhancements to their videos. For instance, edits. You see my Let's Plays, I do a lot of edits. I had some liquify faces in there. I put music composition. I have color effects. I have all of that stuff. Basically, it's because it develops its own personality. If you're not that great of a speaker, if you're not that amazing at speaking, you'll learn that progressively over time. But, you know, use editing as a resource to help promote that. Span out your horizons. Do a bit more with it. Because it's not shameful to do edits. It puts on a show. It makes it unique, and everybody has their own editing style. You know, you can follow somebody else, but ultimately, it'll only be executed as your very own anyway. So, like, for instance, some people like to motion tween their camera so it does this. Whether, as you see mine, just click, like that, like that. It's like, everybody has their own style. So have your own. But don't just go in, okay, the thing that I hate seeing is people that go, my YouTube channel is is amazing, and they're doing it from a mobile phone with a paid trial version of an application. You are not there yet. Let me just tell you this right now. You suck right now if you're doing this. But that does not mean you're hopeless. That means you're starting up. That means you're getting into the world. Some people have to start off on really bad webcams. Some people don't even have the internet to do that stuff, so they have to sit in cardboard boxes and pretend that they're, you know, with their friends on their chairs, and you're just sitting in a cardboard box like, hello, my name is this, and we're playing this. Some people do that, you know? I used to have like a cheap video camcorder. I didn't have the internet to really do stuff, so I just sat with my camcorder just controlling my Legos and shit. That's what I did. So we all start from somewhere, but do not call yourself the pinnacle of amazing if you're using a free mobile app. Do not do that, because you're setting yourself up for a severe amount of depression. The reason why I say it is because I don't want you guys being hurt. And sometimes speaking the truth about this is something that, do it. Do a Skyrim song. People love that game. If you have never played it, go do it. You'll never stop in a cool way. The game is super fun. Yeah, Caleb, I mean, there's a reason why that was timed out. The reason being, again, so what if the game is good? So what? I'm playing it on the Switch right now, and it's the first time I properly played Skyrim. By the way, Skyrim is really good. I like the game. Do I have to make a song on it? No. And guaranteed, because of my niche and community in the audience, hardly anybody will see it because it's not Bendy and FNAF related anyway. So, you know, why? It's exactly what I'm doing with the Wolfenstein 2 song. It's not going to be popular. It's not going to be super amazing huge, but I'll make it because it's fun. It's one of my big passion projects. Every song I do is a passion project now. So if in the event that anything doesn't do popular, whatever. I still like it, and it's only me who has to like it. I don't have to get opinions from a community about what makes a good game or what makes a song because of the popular game. I don't need to hear that shit. I just want to make a song that's good in my opinion. You can say if you hate it. I'll make it myself. I don't care. But that's the attitude that people need, is this I don't care attitude of like, not in the sense of, oh, I'll only watch one game series, anything else I don't care. Don't do that. Be more open about things. Be more open about exploring new mediums. But as far as the creator, let the creator do what they want, because letting them do what they want essentially made these famous videos. Me creating the Bendy and the Ink Machine song, I didn't suddenly go, oh, Bendy and the Ink Machine is popular, I should make a song about it. Bitch, I was the guy that made the game popular, or one of the people that kind of made it popular. 60 million freaking views, and it was on Game Jolt, and it was hardly known. And now, because there's so many songs out there, guess who started it? Kyle Allen and myself. We kind of got something out there. So there's a testament. We went in on a no shits given basis. On a no shits given basis. We just went out there, and there we go. We didn't do it because we went, oh, it's popular, I guess we gotta do it. We didn't go with FNAF and go, oh, it's popular, I guess I'll make it. Didn't go with Overwatch and go, it's popular, or make it. Same with Until Dawn or Metro Redux, or, you know, you ever heard of those songs? No, of course not, because they're not in your populace of games. But they're there, they exist, and the reason why they exist is because we didn't make it for you. We made it for us. We made it because we were happy. First and foremost, we liked doing it. In the event that we start developing on a populace, fair enough. We are doing it for the people essentially because they do like to see music from us. That's a win-win scenario. But we're not going to do it just because it's a popular game. We're not going to do anything on your whim. We're going to do it on our very own. And that is the Adamants, people, which is why you need to actually, you know, those people you subscribe to just for FNAF, please, please, please watch their other stuff. It's not hard. You like them for their personality in a game, right? You watch them specifically for the game that you enjoy. You watch them and you subscribe to them. Well, let me tell you, they are far from different. They are far from different in any other game. They are the exact same. So please, if you do like it, don't be afraid. I think that's another way of phrasing it. Don't be afraid to explore what else they have. Sure, you may not like the game, but they stay the same. Their personalities are always driven to be happy and perseverant whatever their personality is. Angry, mad, depressed, confused, happy, eccentric, fucking wow. And I say fucking wow as we get a donation. What you gotta say?
I'll be more open to more variety, and I agree.
Sure. Those channels that you've watched, I bet there's, here's a question. I bet there's a lot of people in the chat section right now that probably subscribes to a lot of people, and you can probably name them. And he probably said, I haven't watched, the only thing I really watch from them is insert fandom. I bet there's one thing, I bet there's many of you that can say that right now. And what I would say in retort is, well, what are you doing? Go check out their other stuff. Is your hair naturally black, or is it originally a different color? Oh yeah, everything used to be blonde. I'm naturally blonde, but I did all of this because aesthetics, black and green, stuff like that. I don't know. I just molded with my favorite color scheme. Green's not my favorite color, but yeah. What about those who enjoy games on their own without referring to the fandom? I'm not saying they shouldn't hate the game. They can enjoy the game for whatever they want. I'm specifically talking about fandoms and communities here. But for those who just freely like to enjoy their game, by all means, they are allowed to play what they like. They play the games that they want. But the incentive that we're saying here is, if you're going to watch somebody in a community, if you're going to press the subscribe button, if you're going to dedicate your life to this channel on and off subjectively, because you've got your own lives, but you've subbed for the very reason that you liked a video that they have, you subbed to them so you could keep up with more stuff, then give them a reason to believe that. Otherwise, any of you here that only came for the one thing, in fact, this is my testimony right here, unsubscribe from me now. I urge you, if you have only come just for the one thing, unsubscribe from me, please. I do not want you on my feed, because also I don't want to flood your feed. I don't want to waste your time, basically, and I don't want you thinking you can give me an incentive, thinking that I'm something, basically, because a lot of people feel that they get given the sub button and it's like, oh, they sub to me. All of these people sub to me. Where are they all gone? Where are they all going? What's all of this? Yeah. Wait, what's this? You deleted message. Mostly sub to people for the original content they put or unique stuff they do. Why was that hidden? Why was that comment hidden? That wasn't a bad comment. Oh, well, whatever. It's amazing how you can inspire people. I always thought I needed to fit into the crowd, but your videos really make me want to be myself. Dude! You can only be the best you. You are the best you that you can do. That's okay, Ben. Don't worry about it. That's why I was just like, whatever. I'm sure it was either an accident or maybe there was a reason. I don't know, but... See, I trust my mods, guys. I do. I just... Sometimes I'm like, huh? but yeah. You're alive and I didn't know. Blame YouTube. YouTube likes to fall behind on the sub notifications. I listened to your FNAF songs, but I truly got into your channel because of your Bendy song. Now I love all your content. You helped me find others like Kyle and the Stupendium. Stupendium, yeah, I just found out about them as well. Is this stream almost over? Between now and half an hour, I'm thinking of streaming. Till. Did the live thing end? No, I'm still live. I'm all here. How's Jessica and Chloe? Jess is... She's just turned 7. She turned 7 2 days ago. She's sparkling rain of gold. She's amazing. And Chloe is fine as well. She's just mostly tired because she's started fitness and health, etc. She's doing more of her life. But overall, yes, she's fine. I've been here for a while and I don't care what the video is, I'll watch it. That's awesome, dude. Halo or Call of Duty? Halo. I prefer Halo, to be honest. What's your favorite horror game? Oh, horror. As far as horror, one that really sticks out to me. Resi 7 is my favorite right now. Resident Evil 7 is my favorite. I don't like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Do you have any advice for people wanting to be YouTubers? I thought I spent the past 20 minutes talking about it. I'll start again. If you want to be a YouTuber, first ask yourself, why? Why do you want to do it? From those perspectives, form what you want to do next. So what's your incentive? You've pretty much got two to pick here. It's kind of that black and white, basically. Doing it for the passion, or are you doing it for the money? Now with me, I went for the passion. So I had a stem on from there, which was, okay, you got two choices now out of this. Or actually a whole multitude of fingers. Pretend there's 20. It's like, okay, where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your stuff? What kind of content do you want to make? There was like gaming, animations, voice acting, lipstick? No. But I chose with the biggest one, which was a multifunctional channel based around games. Just my own creative flair. I didn't go for just a typical Let's Play channel. I didn't go just for a particular this and that and that. I went with multifunctional because I didn't want to be limited. You ask why for the reasons why you want to do things and what you want to do. So from there, I was like, how are you going to do it? How are you going to achieve it? I'm going to start off with research. So what tools do I need? You ask all these questions, like what tools do I need? Like what computer do I need to have that meets up with these standards? What kind of thing? You research online. When you know you haven't, when you get to a point where it's like, I can't afford that, or I can't afford this, then maybe those ambitions should be best saved for later. Maybe practice on your personality a bit more in life, get through school, get through all this stuff in life first. Never treat YouTube as a priority until it actually is a priority. Otherwise, right now, just don't focus on being a YouTuber. Focus on it being a passion and a hobby first, because you never know where that'll take you if you put enough time into it. Once you learn your life, once you get money, and you're able to afford all those things, go put all your effort into buying the things that you need. Sit down with it, set it up, or get somebody else to set it up for you if you don't know how to do all that. Get it all done, and then put your camera down, find the game that you want to play, record it using the research that you used, make your first Let's Play, if you want to do Let's Play stuff. For music, learn the DAW first, the actual software. Learn the software. Learn a bit about EQ. Study it in music colleges and stuff. Or go online and study yourself. There's plenty of resources to learn from this stuff. Start making some songs. Admit at first that the first things you're going to make are probably going to suck. In fact, they are going to suck. But people will point that out for you, and people will tell you where the wrongs and rights are. Professionals will come out and say, there's a reason why this is bad, and this is bad, this is bad. A lot of the reason why people give up easily is because they take that and go, oh, they hate my stuff. Everybody hates my stuff. Oh, woe is me. I've got to quit my YouTube channel. Fuck off with that. If you're already getting to that stage from your first project, then you don't deserve to get up there. Seriously, you need to get a backbone. You need to take criticism on the chin, or the eye, or the chest, wherever you want to go. I don't care. It's your body. You might be a weird alien species with a vagina on your foot. I don't care. But the idea is backbone, strength. Take that criticism on the chin. Might not be great feeling at first. It might not be great. But you're like, you know what? Fine. I'll take this and I'll put it in the next song. You will see wonders. Because as soon as you've put that in, and then people start going out there and watching it, they'll go, holy shit. You actually listen to me. That's actually a really good bit. And hey, you know what? I didn't think that was totally something that I could do, was critique. But now you've taught me that I could critique. I can go make my own things now. So it's a win-win scenario. Not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping somebody else realize how helpful they were by actually critiquing. So they do all this stuff. It's a win-win. Eventually, it'll take years. Sometimes people take weeks. Sometimes people take a whole lifetime. But you'll get there eventually. Just learn from the very get-go. You'll never be sad if you went in this for a passion project. You'll never be desperate. You'll never be greedy. You'll never want anything more as long as you stick with passion from the very get-go. Now, I can't say the same for those who go for a monetary gain, because, well, that's kind of the reason why a lot of us passion folk get wrongly done, because these people who are just in it for the money don't give much of a shit about community involvement. I personally think no matter what goal you have, if you went for money, that's totally fine. But please have a bit of respect for the community and actually, learn that once you're doing something, you're actually affecting an audience out there instead of it just being text on a screen. You guys aren't just text on a screen. I've seen you guys in real life. You are fans. Well, actually, no, not fans. Fans is a rude word. Followers. You guys are followers of something that you enjoy. And if you enjoy my stuff, that's amazing. But I've seen a lot of you in real life. You have faces, you have emotions. You don't give much of a shit about people in real life, and what are you gonna do, you know? Just saying. It ends up becoming a problem for a lot of us people who are actually trying to give you a what is it? A moral compass. That's essentially it. Thanks, Losley Von Lollington. That means a lot, dude. It means a lot. It's exactly what I like to see. It's just people, you know, I don't expect you to subjectively watch only my stuff. And a lot of people seem to get that misconnection. They seem to look at me, what I'm saying, and saying, oh, he wants us to watch all of his stuff. No, I'm not saying that at all. This whole thing is about you guys, really. This is about my community friends, the creative people out here as well. This is about everybody else. I couldn't give a shit about me. You can unsubscribe from me whenever you want. And I would highly encourage it if you don't feel like you can stick with us. The fact that I can even say, oh, go away if you're only sticking to one thing, that kind of shows enough already, doesn't it? But that's my point. Everybody needs a bit of community management. You need time and patience. You need respect. You need opinions need to be unsubjective. No, they do need to be subjective. The reason being that they need to be subjective is that then everybody has their own opinion. They can either like or dislike. If the two relate, if you find somebody that also likes the game with you, that's always been a win-win. But you have to be more open to the people who dislike the game. You know, get into a debate, but not too much into a debate. You go into a game and be like, why don't you like this game? Maybe not the right time for me, because the only time I ever see that is when Roblox comes up. They're like, why'd you hate Roblox? And I've expressed it time and time again. I just don't like it. There's many reasons. Aesthetically, music-wise, just the software in general, the community management sucks and stinks. There's a lot of reasons why. And I've just said I hate Roblox. It's just, I love Roblox, do you? No, I don't, mate. Sorry. I don't judge you as a person. You can like Roblox all you want. My creations, you think Roblox is shit? That's totally fine. You're allowed to think that Roblox is shit. That is totally fine. I just got home. Oh, yeah. Hey, I just got home. I just want to let you know that you're a very talented person. Thank you very much, Stitch. That means a lot, dude. That's awesome. But yeah, you're allowed to like and dislike stuff. You dislike my here's my thing. Don't hate me because I don't like Roblox. That's my big thing here, is don't hate me because I don't like Roblox. I don't hate you because you like it. I don't hate you at all. You have an opinion, you like the game, sure, go ahead, but I'm not gonna stand around and be judged for something I don't like. And the reason why I made those, like, troll songs is because I really knew that's what got under people's skin. Is being told that their favorite game, because I knew they'd get mad. It was a psychosis effect. As much as it was a troll, it was a psychosis. I did used to like Roblox until they removed ticks. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure that was a very useful feature in Roblox. It's not my favorite because she's so honest and open. You're not afraid to say what you really feel. Thanks, sweetheart. Now you see why you made the name Sweetheart on YouTube. Okay, I get it. I get it. Fair enough. Actually rolls on the tongue. I've been on your channel since Break My Mind. I'll always watch your vids or songs no matter what game it is. That means a lot. Please tell Jess I said hi. Sup, dude? I will tell her when I next see her. The one that more charmed to all was open the chest. I play Minecraft, but for a current reason. To build and be creative. Totally. You're allowed to like it. I don't personally like Minecraft, but you can. You can like it. That's awesome. Glad you can actually like something. That's great. I found you on accident. Never regretted it. Awesome, dude. Sometimes accidents are the best chemicals. I'll show that. I've been in your channel since Not Here All Night. Nice, dude. I found him via Bendy and the Machine. Good music. Awesome, dude. Do you have any other ideas for another song? Not quite yet. We still got our DAGames medley to go for. In fact, some of you are fairly new to this stream, so I'm going to play the DAGames medley for you guys. If I find anybody stealing it, do not take this and put it online. Seriously. This is a special project. This is a secret one. If I do find any of it, I will strike your channel and detriment any hope that you have.
One for to get for free.
Because that's what striking does, essentially, is it kind of does affect your channel unless you remove the video, and there you go. So do not take it and do stuff with it. Listen to it freely if you want in your spare time. Whatever. As long as it doesn't affect the overall surprise in the real world, it's totally fine. But here it is.
Send you a letter to come back home to play with your dismay. This isn't your day, for the happy fun time has begun to fade. Watch as we reanimate our corpses you've abandoned and dismantled or mishandled, but we won't be skipped and swayed. Welcome, my friend, to a night in our circus world. We're looking for a technician, and you're just the guy we've heard of. We're held away by wiring, now we're wanting out. Can you shock us? Can you tame us? But we want your body now. Mama knows when the darkness draws our demise. When we for help, but there might be time to deny. Won't let the curse, but you do this first. Pull one off my spot. I was left behind. All this torture will unwind. I was never all that kind. If you were to rewind, and you would find it was left behind. Down the corridor, you shine your light for the last thing that you are. Through the stunning glow, we follow, we creep, we raid and repeat. I can eternally clips to shine, so make you right. Move your hips to this beat. You can't stay on your seat, so make you right. Machine you got tonight. On a final page, she's watching you on stage.
And that's basically it. That's what the medley will kind of sound like. It's not finished yet, but that is another piece of education for you folks. That is another piece of education in the art of it doesn't just take a game to make the song. I've just managed to put some of our biggest hits into one to make it one song that people can enjoy, because then they can't identify which game it's for. It confuses them. For something in their System 32, they're like, wait, it does not compute. It's supposed to be for one game. What is this? What is that? But that's my point here, is that it's not about the game. It's about the song that comes from it, not from it, that complements it. We make songs from original pieces. We never focus solely on the game alone. Make a song first. There we go. That's how we do it in our minds. And that is a bit of education, a bit of proof, another bit of proof as to why it doesn't just take the game. And it's another bit of proof as to why most good projects are the longest made. The thing about Roblox is that people like to online date, which is weird. I've online dated before. If you remember the game RuneScape, actually this is a funny story. I got my first Russian girlfriend on RuneScape. We went out for like a week or so, and then I finally got to speak to her on Skype, and then I realized that it was a boy, and shortly after, that was the biggest mistake of my life. And there we go. But that's my point here. I say that quite a lot. But yeah, just, you're allowed to do whatever you want, I guess. Just don't expect others to be happy about it, I guess. Some people might not be happy, some people might be. Where is brothers in your arms? Up in your ass. I found you through your sister location speculations, yet somehow, you're sneaking your comedy in there, which I really enjoy. Oh yeah, the speculations video. I remember that. I made a few things for sister location, to be honest. Just as the teasers were going out. Living Tombstone was the reason I found you. I may prefer you, but I may not. Well, music is subjective. Music is very, very subjective, because I like to think of it as an open library that you get to implement and for people to listen to on the headpieces, on their phones, at work, asleep, awake, whenever. Jumping off top of a building with a parachute. Let me just stress that, with a parachute, but that's the idea here. Do you like the Living Tombstone? He's one of my best friends. Yoav is a gentleman. Also a great meme mod. Been here for 2 years. Haven't wanted to leave since. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you're amongst our friendship group. Why did you just try to leave fandoms? I mean, play them, make a song, more related things. I already do. I don't stick with one fandom. I always go with several things. I'm always learning new things, etc. How does the Living Tombstone look like? How do you want me to say he looks like? I mean, he looks like a... He doesn't look like a rhinoceros' butthole. He looks like a handsome man. In my opinion, he's got, like, curly hair. Why more to just... I can't... Search him up on Google. Or, interestingly enough, go to his channel and find his vlog. That's what he looks like. Any advice on screaming? I don't know. The way that I did it, I just sat in the toilet and did my first scream, and I'm like, ooh, maybe develop on this.
But I just gotta know one thing.
To be honest, you made the song Flumpty's Jam, but you didn't do songs for any other fan games. Well, no, because it was just a one-time thing. Again, I don't do songs based on whether it be a fan game or a game. I don't give a shit. If the game entices me enough, I'll probably, like, have a vibe straight away. You know, I'll probably know exactly what I want from the get-go from my memory bank. I'll know exactly what works. So it's like, I made it for Flumpty's Jam because I had something that worked, but I didn't just think of the game and go, hey, I should make a song for that. That's not how you do it. Do you appreciate your work? Hell yeah. I mean, at least these days I appreciate my work. I realize that might have been a bit louder for you guys. Medley sounds great already. I think I caught 9 different songs in that bit alone. Alright, so I'll tell you what was in that medley, sorry. So the whole instrumental was Hello Neighbor. Then Build Our Machine, Unfixable, Tattletale, Left Behind, Follow, Greet, Wait, Repeat, Brothers in Arms, and Here Comes the Ladies. That's 9. That's 9. Yeah. What inspires you to write your songs? I don't know. I've just gotten to the point now where I just sort of make a melody and there we go. I just sit on the keyboard, or I'll listen to something in the car, or I'll have a little imagination from just watching a show or something, and I'll be like, I like this vibe. And I sort of make a melody in my head. I just mess around with notes, just randomly. And I feel like if it sticks, then I'll just proceed to make it. And then I'll make the song, that's fine. But then, you know, I'll be looking for games after that, and I'll be like, what complements this? What complements, do I have anything that complements this? And if not, then I'll just move on. If I do, then sweet. I will clash them both together and make a game song. If at any point I feel as though I really want to release it, but I can't find a game for it, I just post it as an original song. Hence why you're seeing things like Heart of an Artist, Draw the Line, As the Lights Go Out, Kings and Queens. Those are all original songs. Eventually, I'll make an album. What do you think about Splatoon 2? Splatoon 2 is cool. It's a cool game. I don't play it as much, but there you go. But anyway, I think at this point we're going to actually end the stream because in about an hour's time I'm actually going to be playing PUBG on Twitch. But yeah, I hope this stream was at least educative in some way. At least I hope it kind of broadened stuff for your horizons for any of you who've chosen to stick by. I hope I've done something with this. Obviously, I'll be keeping this video live. Again, I don't care about the copyright claims at this point. You can just do whatever you want. I don't care about the demonetization. If I can get monetization for this, that's awesome. But I don't care regardless. I just want this to be a video that encompasses fandoms, about communities, about community management, about respect, about how long it takes to create a certain project. I just want people to know, is all. I want people to do better with their lives. I want people to love each other again instead of it just being about the game. And I'm not hoping for miracles out of this. I'm not hoping for the whole world to suddenly change and be like, oh yeah, totally, we're fine now. But I really do want you to, at least in our community. If it's just our community, totally. We want to respect others. We are supposed to be a very connected community. Okay? can't have debacles over each other about one game or a game in general. Hope this resolves a lot of things, and I hope you understand that more and more things will be happening in the future. If you want to watch us play some PUBG, in about an hour's time, we're going to be at twitch.tv/DAGamesOfficial. Please go, if you feel as though you have to make an account, go the extra mile. Make a Twitch account because you'll find that it's a much more intimate community there. You got a lot more integrated features, a nicer sort of feed, etc. I hope this helped. Anyway, if you're new as well here, and if you like what you saw, could like and subscribe, share with friends and family, maybe your dog. Check out DAGames Official on Twitter. Twitter is the best one right now to keep up with all the newest information on Let's Plays, music, animations, live streams, all of that beautiful stuff. We will be making all of that available on Twitter, so keep an eye on that. If you don't have a Twitter, go make one. Anyway, I'm Will at DAGames. I've kind of tutored, subjectively. I did some cool things. Hopefully you guys understand this a bit more and all the cool projects that we got in the way. And of course, I will see you very soon. Peace out! Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to my stream, you sexy beasts. I will see you on the other side for some of you who want to watch us on PUBG. Got a whole roster of people. It's going to be super fun. Love you all, and goodbye. Bye. And see ya.